next on Comcast Newsmakers, new projects in development in one eastern Washington city despite flat revenues. Details coming up. Hi, welcome to Comcast Newsmakers. I'm Sabrina Register. We are at the annual meeting of the Association of Washington Cities, this year held in the Tri-Cities. And joining me right now, Craig George, who is Mayor, City of Dayton, and also Vice President of AWC. Thank you so much, Mayor, for coming on the program.
Well, thank you very much, Regina. Appreciate it.
Talk a little bit about Dayton. Some people certainly familiar with your town in Southeast Washington, but for those who don't know much about Dayton, how many people call it home?
About 2,600 people, a little over 2,600 people call it home. If you haven't and don't know where Dayton is, if you know where Walla Walla is, we're 30 miles north on the way up to Spokane. We're down at the tail end of what they call the Palouse. The main economy in our town is wheat fields and barley, and it has been stable since the town was founded back in the 1870s. Our town population has been about the same for the last 10 to 15 years. It's becoming a little bit of a retirement community. One of the things that we have stressed and have done, we have over 125 homes and businesses on the National Historic Register. We taught that. It's a town where I think a lot of people have born and raised. I can hardly wait to get out of high school. Now I'm retired, I want to come back. A lot of retirees are coming back. And probably one of the problems we have, like a lot of small communities, keeping our young people there. They go off to school, but with the technology and things coming in, more people are beginning to do businesses out of their homes and so forth. Like I said, the main economy is wheat. We have, as you mentioned, we've had a little economic development, even in the last 4 years, where the city's revenues have been flat. We've had a Best Western Motel just open up in April, and is well ahead of their projections. We have a place called Blue Mountain Station on the west side of town, where they're kind of value-added products, where we've taken wheat and you add something to it, so it's kind of an organic or natural farm. We just broke ground on our first building there, and that's thanks to well over $1 million from the state through grants and loans.
So even despite a sluggish economy, you're still seeing some movement.
We're seeing movement, actually more than we did before. Now, I don't know if it's a result of the recession or it's because we're more determined.
But you'll take it.
We'll take everything we can get.
So as a smaller city, I want to ask you about your role as Vice President of Association of Washington Cities. How does the association benefit smaller cities? Because you have cities of all different sizes coming together once a year.
Well, I think that's one of the reasons I got on the board, is because the Association of Washington Cities is always watching out for all 281 cities. 179 of those cities are below 5,000. That's the definition of a small city. I think they offer things that we cannot afford to get ourselves. I have the city that employs 8 people in the Public Works Department and 2.5 ladies in the city clerk, the finance, and everything else but Public Works. So they're very busy. And AWC offers training programs, educational programs, and a lot of times both of our staff cannot do it at a webinar at 2 o'clock, but if they put it up on their website, that when the day's over or at the end of the day, the training is there, they can get it, and they don't have to be gone for 2 days. Because when I lose somebody for 2 days in our city hall, it's almost like we almost have to shut down. So we have to do all the things a big city does on a much smaller scale, but we still have to meet all the regulations, whether it's public disclosure, whether it's anything else. We've got to meet it just like anybody else.
With a very, very small staff.
With a very, very small staff and a dedicated staff. My role, as I'm a strong mayor, elected as mayor, and I'm the CEO, quote unquote, of the city, with a council of 7 people that set policy. So. And
it is a small town, lovely town. Thank you so much, Mayor.
Okay.
And thanks for watching Comcast Newsmakers.